Hi.
Hi.
Hi guys. Karibuni sana. Happy New Year. Have we done a vlog this year with you?
No.
We haven't. That was last year. So today I'm not alone. I'm with someone, as you can see. We have a vlog that we did before. And today we're just doing a random broadcast. And I hope you learn. And we'll also not mind hearing from you guys, so you can leave a comment. We're just going to discuss a few things, the things that I've learned as I grow up. Miaka zimeenda, we're growing old.
Yes. Not really old,
but yeah, tuko wadogo sana. So we're just going to discuss a few lessons that I've learned as I growing up, as a girl, as a lady, as a mom, all those things. There's no specific thing we're going to talk about. Like we're just going to talk about the things I've learned as I grow up. And before even we continue,
general life lessons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So shall introduce your name. What's your name? I haven't even said my name. My name is Resian Leperes.
My name is Shal Malit.
Wow, and karibuni sana. Yes. So Shal, what are a few things you've done, you've learned as you grow up? Right now you cannot compare yourself with where you are right now. Cannot be compared with where you were 5 years ago or 2 years ago. Let's just say 5 years na kwenda, 5 years ago na kupanda. Life really changes. Like me, I can say for where I am right now, I cannot compare with where I was in 2020. 2020 sini
like about 3 years ago.
A lot has happened between over that a short period of time. By then I was not married, I didn't have a ministry. And then now having a ministry, being a mom, being married, a lot of things has changed. It's like nilitoka dunia ingine nikahama kwenda dunia ingine.
Exactly.
So those are the few things that we're going to discuss. Maybe you can tell us, what do you think about that?
We all know that you just learn with age.
True.
And every phase there are always points that you can that you pick and move along with them. So I can say, like you said, the transition from being a girl, being a lady, being a mom, being a full minister. Before maybe probably you didn't do any productions, but now you're out there. That is huge transition.
True.
And you grow and you learn so much.
Sure.
Same to me. I have learned, I have grown with at least I can say for the past about 6-7 years. There has been huge transformation in my life.
A process of learning and unlearning.
Exactly.
You learn.
Like every day you learn and unlearn things that you thought that's how things are done, but every other day you learn.
What's that one thing, before we enter into what we're about to discuss, that one thing that you wish you knew when you were on your teens, when you were 18, 17, 16, 17, 18? What's that one thing that right now, like, I wish ningejuanga hivi while I was young?
I don't know. 16, 17, did I even think about anything other than just being a kid? And I don't know. I seriously speaking, maybe at that age, I never thought about anything serious. I was just living the moment of being a teen.
Oh, that's nice. For me, I also think, I don't remember, I might not remember, but one thing that I wish I learned before, that there's just time for everything. I might have, maybe by then there was a lot of things that I wanted to do that didn't work within. But I didn't know that ni time hiyo vitu ndio kufika. But exactly. Right now, it's that, like, with time you come to realize that kila kitu iko na time yake. There is a time to become a mom, a time to graduate, a time to go to campus. Like, there's just a time for everything. And there's no a formula of doing it. Some people finish high school and then they become a mom and later join to campus. Some of us, you finish high school, you join campus, you graduate, and then have a kid. And some people, it's like you even in campus, and that's when you get a kid. And now baadaye you become.
And it doesn't mean that the person who took like the perceived formula of like you go through your education journey, then finish, then move on to other things in life. Doesn't mean that you're
doing it
that
wrong.
path, exactly that route is the right one. Everyone, as long as you achieve your intended purpose, you achieve your goal, whichever route you use.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of it, sisi wote tumeachieve.
Yeah, true. There's no formula of doing these things. Right now, as we were just discussing a few minutes, okay, you can close. We were just discussing of right now, like for example, me, I'm at my age, not me necessarily me, but someone out there who is watching, akona deadlines zake ameka that before that I have to get all my kids, before that I have to have a business, before that I have to be employed, I have to have 2 degrees, you know, and some people are like, mimi ndaza nikifika that, mwingine ako I'll do this nikiwa that is something. So there is no formula of doing this thing. Just do not compare yourself with others. Do not pressure yourself about anything. Just flow with it. So you can give us your first point. Not prepared.
I'm telling you, life has taught me. Yes. So I would say, like Rachel has said, we're going to just basically handle life lessons, things that I've learned with time and age. I would say point number 1 is you learn from lessons. Like there are things that have happened, whether to me or people that are close to me, and I think I've been in a point of learning, and right now maybe they wouldn't shock me that much. And there are things that things like maybe someone telling you to do this and this and this, and maybe you're not comfortable with it. I'm confident enough right now to speak about it, and then to probably say that this thing does not sit well with me.
Yeah.
And like my intuition is always on its peak.
Okay, that's a good one. This is on supporting your point. I think it's with time that you come to me. As for me, I remember a few years back, I could not just tell someone, I could not just cancel something. Like it was hard. I was ingenisumbua, nilikuwa too all over, like how am I going, I don't want to disappoint this person, I don't want this person
so
to
you
feel
pressure
bad.
yourself.
You pressure yourself.
Yeah.
Right now, if it's a no, I don't even have, like this goes to my other point, like juzinandamana na no, na your point. A no doesn't have to come with an explanation.
Exactly.
If it's no, let it just be a no.
No.
Yeah. For the longest time, I've chosen other people's mind of what other people could think or feel if I disappoint them. Not considering that maybe they don't even, they don't even care how I'll feel about on my end. It's just about the people can be selfish. Of course, not everyone, but people can be selfish. Right now, I do not. If I don't want something, I don't want. If I'm not available for that thing, I'm not available.
You won't push yourself, go out of your way to please someone.
Not now. Not now. Sisai. Maybe days back. But Sisai.
You have learned.
No, I have learned. I remember my friends who knows me when you talk campus now. What I get shala. I'm almost speaking Kimasai. If someone, mtu akiwa na shida ama mtu akiwa kuna ile shida that maybe ugonjwa something, not that one, like I said, tuna kashida, ama mtu aniambia I need this, I might even borrow for that person. Like I cared too much about people. I cared not really what they'll say something. Nilikuwa tuna too much huruma. Like I just care about them. I don't want anyone
like
to feel.
You don't want to see people at their weak point. You always feel like, can I do something about it?
But
which is totally okay.
Yeah.
But maybe with time, life has taught you that these people probably don't appreciate.
They don't appreciate, and they will not reciprocate. Like it will not come back to me the same way.
No, even though when you're doing it, you're not doing necessarily for it to come back. But I think with time you just learn that there are people out there who they can really take and take and take away from you. And they hawana ile sense ya huruma. Like they can always take and take and take and take. So it is up to you to decide, hapana, this is becoming too much.
And this goes to the second point of it's okay, it's good, it's okay, it's nice to have boundaries. And your boundaries should be loud and they should favor you. Because if they won't favor you, why are you having them boundaries right now?
Exactly.
You should have boundaries, like learn, communicate yourself, communicate. You know, people treat you how you teach them to treat you.
Exactly.
If you allow them just to do things on you, they'll definitely do that. So boundaries will help if you create a boundary. Like I know Shal, I know that Shal says ivuka mpaka yake hivi, like ndio mpaka Shal ameka. Sivuki.
I don't joke, like I can be a very nice person, and also there's an approach that you might take and you learn a different side of me. Simply because I have a boundary, like to this extent, I can allow you to this extent, but once you step there, my friend, you're going overboard.
Yeah.
And I might not appreciate. And you might end up seeing a different side of me, and then probably you go out there and say, akwange mtu mpoa.
Ni mtu mbaya.
Ni mtu mbaya.
And also, let it not just be about me. I will also respect people boundaries. Exactly. Not just them respecting mine. Pia mimi nitazirespect. Right now, I've come to realize that si lazima mtu communicate kitu fulani. There's a lot. If you enter into if probably you go into someone's house or visit a new mom, there's just things I cannot do. But by then maybe ningezifanya na singejua na kwaza that person. Right now that I'm a mom, I've learned. Like if I visit someone, maybe I'm supposed to visit after 3 or 6 months. If I'm going to that house, I'm going to help, not just to sit there and being fed. You get the boundaries we are communicating about. It's not just about me. Me, like that benefits me. It's also about them. I should also not be toxic about someone else. Mtu mwingine asifeel discomfort, nisi cross pia boundaries za watu wengine. So it's not just being selfish like about me alone. I'm also mindful about other people's boundaries. That's what I've come to realize with age, with time. So your next point?
My next point. Why don't you do your
I give my
we alternate.
Okay. Another my point, one of the things that I've come to realize as I grow up is God doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't owe me anything. It's not a must for me to have a car. It's not a must for me even to be alive. It's not a must for me to be having babies. See, some people don't even have kids. Some people have taken longer to have kids and might have gotten when I'm young. Like God doesn't owe me anything, and this will bring so much humility into my life that I don't deserve things. It's just by the grace of God. It's by the mercies of God that I have. See, I have qualified for them. Apart from the hard work of working hard in the offices and all that, so that I can qualify for a. I don't think you qualify for them. Sorry about that. So I've come to realize that God doesn't owe me anything. Everything I have is because of His mercies and His goodness and His grace. Yeah.
And what would you have to say about now that you're saying that God doesn't owe you anything, especially on the part of kids? I might agree with you because I mean, if it was all our right to have babies, we wouldn't be having probably barren people. So, but then what would you say about
this is a very sensitive one?
Yes, we pray and say that God will supply from His riches.
He will supply my needs according to His riches and glory.
Yes. So, why shouldn't He? Like, why will He let some have and then some?
Maybe it's season, it's time. Yeah, I might, maybe because I've gotten my baby at 25. Maybe God so to look at Sarah in the Bible. Alipata mtoto akiwa how many years? Than 100 years. Like it can happen. God has some things are deeper than we can think. The reason why God is maybe creating a testimony out of it. The reason why He's taking you through. you might find someone might be barren. That's a very sensitive topic to talk about. But he or she, okay, she has achieved a lot of things. Business is doing well. A lot of things are just doing so well. But me here with my baby, I haven't even started my career. No business is standing. You get? It's not like God has a way of balancing things. It's just the timing. And this brings that we should always be very very thankful about anything you have. And even the things that you do not have, you should be thankful that you do not have, because God wants to create a testimony out of your situation. Wow. That's how I look. As for me, that's how I look at it.
Okay. Hey. Should I do the next point?
Yes. Or yeah, you have back at mine. So
no, I feel like that one is a bit too sensitive. God does not owe me anything. I think He owes me.
What does He owe?
Like a lot in my life. Maybe
yeah.
I could maybe probably.
Now you are overthinking.
No,
now
yes. So let's just do the next point, because tunaweza ongelea until morning.
Okay.
So I think I would go with my other point. Mine are basically very life related. So I would say life is not fair, simply because we are not all born into the same opportunities and same families. Some families are probably, I would say, have better opportunities. Probably I could be from a very humble background, and I do not have such kind of opportunities in my life. So I have to figure out my way, do my baby steps until I make it. And the earlier you realize that, the earlier it sinks in and settles, the better. Because, and this is not self-pity, but I feel like I cannot compare myself probably right now with the Kenyattas.
True.
Like,
how could you even? Why even the Kenyattas?
I mean, the first family or something.
Yeah.
I mean, kuna tu ile platform yenye wako nayo yenye mimi pale bado sijafika. But it doesn't mean that you give up. Just work
and
out your way.
Life is unfair.
Yes, accept too. The earlier you accept, the better.
You will not be disappointed.
Yes, you will not be disappointed. You will not be angry out there. And you do things your way and how you know they will work best for you.
And we should not blame our parents or the people who have gone.
Exactly. That is my next point. Exactly. So my next point. Have you? I'm exhausted. Life is unfair. So my next point is, it may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. This is by we inherit so much to do with families and those other related issues. Yes, it was not your responsibility that your family, it may not be your responsibility that your family is like vile hiko, but it is entirely your responsibility to make it better.
I have a point related to that. It's upon us to choose a path for ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's bring the topic of generational things. There are families that we've grown up knowing you know, they cannot, maybe Robert Nenaro you'll marry, you know.
And what was that, by the way?
I don't know. Me, I used to be scared, so I think ukihatbreakiwa pale campus mara ya kwanza tu like is it anyway. So what were we saying
about
family related things? It's upon us. It's you to learn the patterns of your family. It's you to learn the patterns of your parents. The reason why when I was as you were squeezing, I was watching a certain clip on TikTok, and a lady was speaking about the reason why us Africans bado tuko nyuma. My parents could take me to school and still expect me after I graduate, I get my first job, I go back and build them a mansion at home. By the time I'm finishing building that mansion that probably I took a loan for it,
yes.
By the time I'm finishing paying that loan, ni miaka ngapi shall? just
kumi almost.
Wewe 10 almost.
Yes.
Na na maybe umeanza kubuild na 30. Hiyo ni 40 years umeenda.
Exactly.
You've not even started things for yourself. You get? And that's, I think, for me, that's, I don't say a wrong one, but it's not also a good one to do. We are supposed, yes, to help our parents, but there are some limits. Okay, to my point, we are supposed to learn the patterns of our family. Know what didn't work for them. The reason why our parents took us to school, or there's no parent mwenye anawishindi mtoto wake aenda safi huko nje. All of them, yeah, no matter the kind of school you went, no matter the kind of work you're doing, we share, every parent is for their children to do good.
Yeah.
And it is also our wish and our responsibility for our children to live a better life than us. So it's us to know there are things that bring another broad topic about generational curses and generational blessings and all that, that need, if you know that there are things that you have to break them. Sindio?
Yeah.
It's our responsibility, especially if you're a religious person, if you're a Christian, you know these things. It's you to plant a seed for your kids, to protect your kids and yourself, to protect your marriage, to protect your family. You
Exactly.
get? Yeah.
True.
Oh, it's another point. My next point is the beginning will always be small. Starting will always be small.
Most definitely.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Even it's in the Bible.
You might actually lose hope as you begin. But one thing you should know is, vile tu amesema, the beginnings are always small.
Yeah, in the book of Job 8:7 inasemanga. Ni Job 8:7 ama 7. No, it's Job 8:7. It says, even though your beginning was small, your later shall be great. It's like I don't know if it's a principle. It is that you must, as you start small, if you have faith, if you keep doing it, if you keep praying, you must end up well, like end up kumalizia salama. Yeah. So there is no more explanation about that, but don't enter into whichever field thinking that I must start big. You must start small. Baby step at a time. And small meaning
whether business, whether corporate, whether literally
whichever
everywhere.
field,
Yes.
Yeah, you should always impress that as I'm going to start this, I'm not going to start at the top. I'm starting here as I move towards the top.
Exactly.
So starting will always, we're not limiting anyone, because someone can get me wrong and think that I'm prophesying, I'm telling people that they have to start sijui nini uko chini, because people can overthink.
But no, it's just true. It is just true.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Whichever,
matter
hata kama umeanza as a CEO.
Yes.
Can
Somewhere you start. No.
You must grow, go some, like, see.
I don't know anyway. I don't know who started as a CEO.
I know there's
maybe your own company.
I know, maybe, yeah.
But basically, you just have to start small at some point in your life. Whatever, everything that you decide to do.
So don't come here with a business.
Mom. We've started small. Tunakuwa tu legends with time.
With zero experience.
Yes.
But with time.
Yeah.
So don't think that because you have a business that is 3 months old and it's not doing as you wished, you think now that is the end of it. There is always a starting point of everything.
Yes. And maybe just to tukimalizia your point, I would say this quote: like every professional was once an amateur, and every master started as a beginner. Start where you are and take action.
Yeah. Wow. Next point,
I would say, don't ignore your intuition. Just don't ignore your intuition. Like in this case, anything, kuna huwa na kale ka second thought, ka second feeling when you want to do something. Just don't ignore it.
Go deep.
Like probably there's, like Wakenya vile wanasema, nilimwona tu hivi damu yangu ikamkataa. Like nilimwona damu yangu ikamkataa. Imagine there's something into it.
Yeah.
It just didn't come hivyo bure tu. So that is now your intuition speaking to you. So don't ignore it. Whenever you have that feeling, just sit down and analyze. Uone what exactly it is.
there's nothing to be added there or subtracted. It is the way it is. Another thing, when you know better, you will do better. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't pressure yourself. Forgive yourself and learn things. When you know better, you will do better.
Yes.
You'll know things better with time. So when you know better, you'll do better. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't pressure. Just forgive yourself. Learn things. Is there anything to be added or subtracted?
Nothing.
Yeah,
it is just the way it is.
Yeah. Don't be hard on yourself. Accept yourself the way you are. There is always learning and unlearning things. It's okay to make me. That's let me. There's that another point that says it's okay to make mistakes. I think I have it. It's okay to be weak, tired, and to make mistakes, as long as you don't stay there.
Yes.
It's okay to make mistakes.
The self-pity phase, at some point you have to wake up, dust yourself, figure out your way.
Don't be afraid. Don't.
Yes.
Come on, about me. Like, as for me, I've never been afraid of making mistakes. I have never. Because I normally, like the moment I make a mistake, I will know. I learn very fast from it, and
Exactly. Najidust
naanza safari. So don't be afraid to make mistake, and these apply in every aspect of your life, in your career, in your ministry, whichever field that you are in. It is okay to make mistake. Just don't stay on there. Uanze kujihurumia, uanze kujiona that you are not worthy, uanze kujilaumu, kujiblame. No, we are not doing it.
Time tu inaenda.
Like time haitasimama kukungoja. So don't do that to yourself. Make mistake, simama, jidust, move, keep moving.
In relation to that, I have a point that says face your issues.
Mzito hiyo.
Face them, deal with them, fix everything. Because otherwise, if you ignore them and move along with them, like everywhere you go, you have some baggage, because you're trying to like they don't want to face their issues, they don't want to deal with the reality. They're afraid. So mtu atashinda postpone ama jaribu totally ignore the situation at hand na move to.
Is it okay to ignore na move?
There are people who are comfortable with that.
And what do you think about, what's your view on that?
Personally, it doesn't work for me. Me, I have to deal with it there and then.
Umalizane no songe.
Because I do not have the grace to carry on when I know that there's something in a fix. I do not completely. Like it will always drag me behind. Emotionally, physically, I will not be stable. So I deal with them there, hapo kwa hapo. And I think most women will relate with me. Like, if you and I right now have a small misunderstanding, like we deal with it hapo kwa hapo. Tunamalizane na tunasonga. But for men, there are those that find it easier to open up and speak and maybe probably face their issues. And there are those that are never comfortable touching it.
Those are dangerous, huh?
And they are very dangerous because I don't know, I feel like that is a ticking time bomb.
Yes. You don't know what they're planning.
Yes, like at one point they might just explode or go into depression and sorry to say have suicidal thoughts. Yes, and that is actually, I tend to think, I'm not a therapist or a whatever, but I feel to think that is what leads to such kind of thoughts like depression, suicidal thoughts, because you're not fixing your issues, you're not facing your issues. You're not dealing with things at hand.
I don't have anything to add. It's just okay to face your issues.
Yes.
As for me, I also do not postpone. Me kwanza na feeling they are coming late. Like zifike haraka tumalizane, we move, because I will not do anything.
Like uko tu at a standby.
Like wait, if there's something I'm smelling, it better come. because I will know mi ndio ikuje tumalize na nikitoka shall nimetoka. Yeah, I just finished and I'm finished. I've forgiven, I've moved on
and wake up
and I sleep
at peace.
Yeah.
Like
So I don't know how those people are surviving. People
are different.
Yeah.
People are different. But I think it's just time they learned how to do it differently.
Me, I think I've really my points. You have add another one?
Just add.
Something else I've learned as I grow up is if you don't value yourself first, if you don't love yourself first, there's no way people are going to do that for you.
Yes, most definitely.
If you don't love yourself first, how do you expect people to love you?
It's how you present yourself.
Yeah. If you love yourself, people will do it more.
If you respect yourself, people will do it more.
This goes to the first point that you were saying. People treat you the way you show them.
Exactly.
If you love yourself, they will love you more. If you value yourself, they will approach you with value. If you just carry yourself anyhow, that's how they're going to approach you anyhow.
They never take you serious. Just carry yourself with some dignity.
Yeah, and that's how people will carry you.
Respect inakuja tu na flow.
Yeah.
You don't demand for respect. Wezi ambia watu unanibeba beba aje nakuja tu. My other point would be growth hurts. Growth hurts.
Hurts.
Yes.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yes.
Growing is very
uncomfortable.
Because
I would explain it this way. Generally, to growth, even in the last 10 years, probably your circle of friends has changed. Si wale marafiki ulikuwa na wao anymore ndio kuna wao. Or probably you're lucky enough to have the same people. But I tend to think like almost everyone. Like you go learning and unlearning things that you felt like they were okay for you, but with age you unlearn so much. You unlearn so much, and we grow. We are growing every other day in life, whether physically, whether career-wise. We are just learning, and growth hurts along the way because you go dropping people that you didn't think that you utaachana na wao. You move locations. There's just so much that comes with it.
Yeah, growth. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's a good thing, but its process because growth isn't an easy thing, especially that one of unlearning and outgrowing things.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you now married, you've dislocated to another place. Maybe you've even changed your phone number.
Exactly.
And nata hujapigana na mtu, hujakosana na mtu. And also there are phases of when it comes kama nizo za friendships and all that, growing, there are phases. There are friends who will move with you to your next level. Exactly. And some might not qualify to move to the next level. Why? Maybe the conversation we used to hang around while you are single, while you are not married.
Yes.
We used to hang around, and now you are married, I'm not married. The conversation is different. At least hang out with the hang out. You will not understand. I'm not understanding. There's just a lot of discomfort and negative things when it comes to growing. And I think it is okay. It is okay because everyone wants to grow. Who doesn't want to grow? In whichever field.
We need to grow.
Yes, we want to grow. And you should not, if something negative happens to you because you are growing, if people leave you because you're growing, sometimes you might not even know why some friendships they may disappear and all that. After now you've realized that nime grow and something positive or something good is happening to you. That's when you will understand that that's why this mlango ilifungwa, this dirisha ilifungwa and all that. Some doors closes and you'll not understand at that moment, but in few years or in few months, that's when you will understand, and you will thank God that that door was closed, that window was broken.
Yes. Kimalizia, I would say just be at peace with so much, even as you pray for growth, expansion. and success and blessings in your life. Have an open mind for hizo vitu zote kufanyika. But finally, just be at peace with everything that comes with growth.
Yeah,
as long as the growth is achieved the right way. Usiende huku ukichukua probably, I don't think kama kuna mtu anatoa blessings za mtu mwingine, but like it really
there's enough sun for everyone.
Yes.
So my prayer is wacha Mungu atusaidie tuwe watu wa let's be a shoulder to that if someone wants to grow and I can offer a shoulder. There is some parts of me that and I require their grow. May I not misunderstand that?
Yes.
May I just do that? Like, may God help us to connect with the right people, to connect with the right destiny helpers.
Yes.
Just right people, right package of people, right package of opportunities, right package of, I don't know, but wacha Mungu atusaidie tukuwe na right things that are required for us to grow. Na tukuwa at peace with it. And you know, when you meet someone who is supposed to be your destiny helper, there is no way you are going to misunderstand each other. You will always understand each other. If Shal decides she's going to pass through this window, I will not even question about it, because God ametupea assignment that eventually it will come to pass.
Yes.
So that's all we have for today. I think there was, I don't know, there's any.
I would add another point. Even at your best, some people will just never like you.
Nice. Ooh, nice. That's a good one.
Like, it doesn't matter what you do, they will just never like you. Whether you are at your worst point in life, whether you're out there achieving, and you're just generally doing well.
Yeah.
There are just people who will never like you.
That takes
and
me
don't
to social
even,
media.
Don't even bother. Don't even try and prove a point out there. Just let them be, because probably the version of the story that they had about you, it fits the kind of person that they want you to be.
True.
So if you go proving a point that no, apana bale sikwangi hivyo, I'm telling you, you will get tired explaining yourself, and those people hawataelewa, because your version when you alisikia, it fits who they want you to be. Yes. So the earlier that you understand that some people will never like you, even at your best, the earlier the better.
Yeah, that's a good point. Some people will never like you, but some will always. Ukipatana na mtu anasema anakupenda tu, and they don't even know why they love you. Na kuna mwingine anakuangalia anasema me, I don't like that girl. Just like that. So it happens. And just close your ears to the ones who don't like you. Don't be bothered. Amara mtu akujui, why are you even bothered about them? Like, I go through social media, a lot of people that I follow, and then I could go on the comments and read the comments, and naeza patana na comment that is very selfish, very bad, like just a bad comment, and then I'll go back and say, does this person you're hating, does he even know you?
High chances are they don't know.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't even know.
They don't
but
know.
People are just going through different situations in their life, and probably that is their way of healing by projecting pain to other people.
That's sad. That's bad.
Which is wrong. It is a wrong way of going about it. Do you have another point that I add others?
No, me, I don't have finished.
So, the older you get, the smaller the circle. You become, at that point, you become very clear of who is feeding your energy or taking from your energy.
Who is feeding from your energy and who is taking your energy?
Yes.
Now, what are you going to do with someone? What if someone is just
I think that's needing help is different. This one I would relate it from the people that you like, your go-to people, like the people that you hang out on a daily. It depends on the kind of conversations that you're having on a daily. Are they building you, or it's just negativity? That you people sit and talk about negative things all through. Are they feeding your energy, or are they just taking from your energy? That
No,
whatever
both of you are just, if you're in that conversation and they're discussing about that means you're also contributing to that.
Yes, you're contributing to
unachanganyisha energy mbaya.
Exactly. Another one, I have a point that says comparison will finish you.
Wow, that's a poison. That's a very bad.
And I feel like our generation right now, the younger generation, tuko na pressure. Tuko na pressure huko.
Standards. Wey.
Niliona fulani kwake kunakaa hivi, alivaa hivi. You don't know the source, her sources or his sources of income.
So you don't know what people
and
are doing.
And you're out here giving yourself pressure to achieve such kind of life.
Just be gentle with yourself.
Yes. Don't compare. I would say I wrote about it and said comparison, it can help in the perspective of probably benchmarking for growth. You're benchmarking for growth, sawa. Kila mahali hata serikali ina benchmark.
Yeah.
Whenever they want to do well in a certain sector. So if you view it on that perspective of benchmarking, sawa. But not necessarily constant comparison with others, because it will make you question your individualism, your gifts and your capabilities. Now utaanza ku self-pity.
You will stagnate. You will
stagnate, or even worse, you will end up doing the wrong things to achieve those things.
And they won't last.
They won't last.
And if you achieve, if you getting something through a wrong channel, and you have to sustain that thing, the rest of your life, do you think you'll sustain that thing through that wrong channel? It might not work that way.
So I think mimi nimeexhaust points zangu. Yes.
So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And let me think of what you think about what you've discussed. If you have anything to add, kindly add there on the comments. And next time we're doing another next broadcast, we are going to read them before we start.
Yes.
So see you. Let me put your favorite song as we end this. Let me start. That song is nice. It's a new song by Opoti.
Akimalizia, just pause. I finish with this. Pause the song. Yes. Let me encourage you. There's a phrase that out there we like to say, just do you. To me, yes, do me. So I am doing me. I am doing me. Today I was thinking in the morning. I sat and wrote. What if doing me? Let me just read the way exactly I wrote it. I feel like it's wrong to put it the way, to put it that way, because I like to think about it this way. What if I am doing what I am doing affects those that are involved in my journey? Doing you should be do what doesn't affect other people. Not in a jealous perspective, but just genuine concerns. Like, make a point, just stop and consider other people's emotions. Don't be self-centered as you're doing you.
Oh,
yes.
Nothing to add.